Season 5 of award-winning Aging and Awesome is a production of the Nevada Senior Care Foundation, the A&A Media Group, and Consider It Done Productions, proudly presented by community stakeholders across Nevada and Senior Care Plus, the only Nevada-based not-for-profit Medicare Advantage plan serving Las Vegas Henderson, Reno Sparks, and more. Senior Care Plus, for the healthiest reasons. Hello and welcome to Aging and Awesome to those across Nevada and around the world on streaming TVs. I'm Kai Sisson.
And I'm Erin Breen. Now don't panic. Joe will be back in April. I'm just helping out. Today's show is all about the heart of our heroes. So many of you who are caregivers.
Being a caregiver to a family member can be rewarding, but also overwhelming, leaving many family caregivers feeling guilty and alone. We show you how a father-daughter are coping through the highs and lows of doing life together.
You see, it was National Caregiver Appreciation Day, and our friends over at Summit Estates in South Reno gave the many professional caregivers who give life to those in need a big thank you, and we take you there.
The Nevada Humane Society has a special group of volunteers who are caring for homeless pets, how they are working hard to make sure older people who need a furry friend can get one. George Grisey has this treat.
And Intermountain Healthcare is here to talk about how keeping your heart healthy is so important for a long and loving life.
Aging and Awesome begins right now.
You got me running wild, you make me feel alive. Oh, make me wanna believe. Oh, I feel your heart and soul, perfectly in control. Put up and count in your spell now. So lay it on me, child. You know you drive me wild. You got me feeling like, oh, she make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alive, make me feel alive. She make me feel alright.
The caregiving experience is unique to every individual. You may live with the person you care for full-time as a spouse, partner, or adult child. You might be managing the care from a distance as a friend or neighbor. Although the type of care may be different, every type of care provided is important.
And one Sparks family has now learned that as you go through your caregiving journey, it's really important to realize that you are not alone.
We've been best buds our whole lives, I think.
Bonnie Reed and her dad Royce are now housemates, living together after Royce left an independent senior living community during the pandemic.
We wanted to get him here closer to me and out of that isolation.
Now with each other every day, Bonnie and Royce are like most people who live together.
There's no phoniness. We can irritate each other and we can love each other.
And Royce, like many aging parents, had some hesitations at first.
I didn't want to live with her at first because I feel this is her life.
Bonnie is truly a born caregiver, taking care of her mother before she passed, her brother when he needs help, and now her dad. You could say she takes family caregiving seriously.
A lot of it, and please don't take it personally, Dad, but I have a hard time going away for weekends and not coming home directly after work to make sure dinner is here and that he doesn't have issues. I like to have somebody available to check on him, and he doesn't need it, and he doesn't feel he wants it, but it's the only way I can have peace of mind.
Boy, look at that.
And feelings of guilt and overwhelming worry are not uncommon. And that's why the Community Foundation of Western Nevada has created an initiative to help family caregivers find resources to better not only their loved one's life, but theirs as well.
This guide was created by family caregivers and also by service providers in our community. And we created it because we realized that there actually wasn't any existing publication like this in our area. And you can see that there are all these topics on what's palliative care, what are some of the legal aspects of caregiving, or what are some of the financial things that I should do to prepare as a caregiver. But what's also really unique about the book is that it was written really by members of the community. You can see Todd here, who's a Reno resident. He's a family caregiver for his wife, and he uses yoga to decompress. He's talking about some of the activities of daily living and also self-care for the caregiver, but we had also asked a lot of family caregivers for some tips. And on the headings of a lot of the pages in the book, you can see information that was offered really by your neighbors in the community. We had asked people, if you had to go back and start your caregiving journey all over again, what might you do differently? Or for example, what is some advice that you would give to a new family caregiver? So there's a combination of the information on how to be a caregiver, but also some of the insight from other members of our community.
Through the guidebook and caregiver support meetings, Bonnie is learning she is far from alone.
The situation that I'm going through, so many other people share, and I didn't have resources at the beginning. And I've just learned so much what people need and where to get the help. So many people right in this room have been through the same things. And that's support in itself.
We know oftentimes someone might say, I'm being a good son, I'm being a good daughter, I'm going to pick up prescriptions, taking a family member to the doctor. And they don't really understand that they're a family caregiver and that there are resources available. So it can be very isolating for those people. So I think with Bonnie and with others, once they realize that they're a family caregiver, that can set them on the path where they can go and find resources that can improve their lives and also improve their family member's life.
And it's not just important to be there for your family when the time comes. And by the way, it's coming for all of us. But to be prepared for when it does.
You have to start thinking about this earlier. I spent 3 years in Europe when I was in the service. And from the time they're kids in school, they start thinking about grandma or grandpa living with them when they get old. And I think our country should start thinking that way.
If you would like to get one of the Community Foundation's caregiver guidebooks or want more info on support groups, don't hesitate to reach out by going to washocaregivers.org or calling 775-333-5499.
Thank you, Kai. Well, it's not only the unpaid family caregivers who feel the stresses of caregiving. Professional caregivers working in home care, hospice, and senior living communities need some love and appreciation too.
And that is exactly what our friends at Summit Estates Assisted Living and Memory Care in South Reno did for their care team on National Caregiver Appreciation Day. Residents wrote the impact the caregivers have so they know just how much they are appreciated. Listen in.
Caregivers are the heart and soul of our community. Thank you. Thank you, caregivers.
Thank you for being the cheer in my day.
Thank you for being the cheer in my day.
Thank you for being a part of my family.
From all of us at Aging and Awesome, thank you to the many caregivers out there watching. You are truly heroes.
Absolutely. Still to come on Aging and Awesome, George Crozet is at the Nevada Humane Society to show us how volunteers are making pet adoptions easy for seniors.
And we also discuss heart health with Intermountain Healthcare. And later in the show, a spin through town in Kai's cab.
Don't you go anywhere. We're heading to Club Breen to reconvene in 90 seconds.
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
If you're dealing with a serious illness or going through treatment, you don't have to do it alone. Infinity Hospice Care provides palliative care through Nevada Care Connect to help with symptom management, emotional support, and the care you need. Treatment can begin any time during an illness, during and after treatment, and all of it from the comfort of your home. Nevada Care Connect will work directly with your doctor and specialist to ensure the treatment you receive is exactly what you want. Learn more at nevadacareconnect.com.
Life is story. Pages of amazing adventure and narrow escapes. Bold steps taken, races run, chapters on love and hard lessons and new beginnings. Your life, your legacy, our privilege to serve. Morningstar Senior Living.
Oh, hey, come on in. Check out what I'm doing. Look at this. I'm doing something a lot of people are doing in this pandemic. I'm putting together a puzzle. Putting together puzzles just to try and pass some of the time away. Not that I'm actually one who ever wants to wish time away, but I have to say that this does actually take your mind off of whatever else happens to be on it for just a half hour or so at a time. And every single piece that you find is like a little victory as soon as it fits in there. Yeah. Well, it's a great social experiment I found too. Because, when the kids come by, they'll sit down here and we'll chat, looking for a few pieces here and a few pieces there. And then if I get up and say, go do the laundry or something like that, then somebody else will sit down and then those two have a conversation. It's kind of like a team of puzzle solvers at different times of the day. And while you're concentrating, you can talk about whatever actually is going on, but you know something you don't do? You don't ruminate on your problems. You just kind of get swept up in finding that very last piece of the cat's tail, or which of these pieces are going to go into that cat's book. Well, the challenge is always different, and yet somehow it's always the same, looking for the right piece. It's a pretty good comparison to life, too, which really is one huge puzzle. So many challenges, so many pieces to fit together, and it may take you a while to find just the right solutions that fit. But man, it feels good when you do. Like me, finding Aging and Awesome when I got back from Ireland. It's a great fit for me, and I didn't even know it existed when I arrived home here. Not only that, but sometimes it isn't until we get a few pieces put together that we can actually see the big picture of our own lives. We'll all be back to the normalcy of life eventually, and maybe if we use this time correctly, we'll be able to arrive there with a few more pieces of our own puzzle figured out. Oh, I got it. For Aging and Awesome, I'm Erin Breen.
Thinking about moving or downsizing? You should meet my good friend, Marcia Rambo, with Realty One Group Eminence. With over 30 years experience, if you're looking for a home that better fits your lifestyle, call Marcia today and tell her Joe sent you.
Even with more than 1 million people cared for by hospice each year, the decision to call hospice is never easy. However, at Infinity Hospice Care, many families tell us they wish they would have contacted us sooner. And with hospice being covered by Medicare and most insurance, the decision to get your loved ones the help they need is even easier. Plus, the registered nurses at Infinity Hospice Care are available 24/7. To learn if we can help, go to infinityhospicecare.com.
Customized coverage for your healthcare needs. Your Insurance Agency, serving Nevada seniors for over 50 years. Your Insurance Agency offers all Medicare plans. You need a plan as unique as you are. Your Insurance Agency has agents across Nevada. Call 775-209-1010.
I thought there was nothing people could do about scams until I found Better Business Bureau's Scam Tracker website. There, I learned about scams in my area.
I lost a lot of money.
And I shared my story, too. I was offered an online work-from-home job. I spent all this money on course training materials, but there was no job. So be careful.
Thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Better Business Bureau. Start with trust.
Living at Lakeside Manor, an independent senior living community in the heart of Reno, means pleasure for the residents and peace of mind for their families. Rooms are available now, starting at $15.30 a month. Take a tour of Lakeside Manor today. For nearly 30 years, Michelson & Associates has been protecting Nevada families and their legacies, specializing in elder law, including estate planning, contested estates, guardianship, probate, Medicaid, and VA pension benefits. Their goal is to protect seniors from exploitation and to build, protect, and sustain family relationships and property. The Michelson team stands ready to evaluate your needs, recommend the best course of action, and provide second-to-none service every time. Call Michelson & Associates today.
At Intermountain Healthcare, you get the same healthcare partners, caregivers you know and trust, but you also get more. More nationally renowned specialists to serve you. More holistic care, including preventive care and mental health. More technology options to simplify and improve your care experience. What does getting more mean? A healthier, stronger you and healthier, stronger communities. Because all of us are better together.
We're at the Nevada Humane Society, and today with me I have Mercedes. Mercedes has been here about a week and she's looking for a new home, and we're going to show you how you can get a new pet, cat or dog, or how you can volunteer. Okay, we're here at the Nevada Humane Society with Cam. Cam, what's it like being a volunteer here?
It's a great place to be. We've made really good friends. We tell stories about the dogs. We help each other out with what we can do. We've become very close. We laugh, we cry. We've just, we're all a part of this. I feel like it's a great big family.
We have a lot of lovely volunteers that do a variety of different things in the shelter, including dog walking, cat volunteering, clinic volunteering, our adoptions desk. There's a lot of different volunteers here and we appreciate them all greatly.
We're coming into volunteer season for this year, so we're ramping up our volunteer corps. Last year we had 1,800 volunteers that donated over 40,000 hours of volunteer time. It's just an amazing output, by our volunteers. I always call them the backbone of our organization.
And I have to say my soul gets nourished every time I'm here, and I feel like the same thing happens to the dogs when we get to take them out and give them love, take them for a walk.
There's really an endless amount of work that is needed to provide proper care for all of our animals. Through the generosity of our volunteers, we're able to expand our mission and provide all the proper care and medical treatment for our animals. So we couldn't do it without them.
Just a great thing all around for all parties involved, and we love our volunteers so much and they help out so much.
Use an example, the dog walkers. The dog walkers come in at early hours of the morning, late hours. Sometimes it's hot out, sometimes it's snow on the ground, and they just do it, not only for the assistance they give to the animals, but it really warms their heart. You can just see that, they come in for a little dose of medicine themselves.
Yes, because I'm not a morning person, but I get up at 5:30 on the days I walk dogs to get here around 7, and I look forward to it.
It's just a great way to give back to the community.
Our volunteer program has just really increased. We have a passionate core and we're really motivated to increase the participation by the public.
If you're interested in doing that, you can definitely visit our website, nevadahumanesociety.org, and fill out a volunteer application and we can get you in as soon as possible.
We love our Seniors for Seniors programs. Any senior that is age 55 or over can adopt for free any of our pets that are age 8 or over. So, not only do they have the human-animal bond, but they also have a little bit of same stage of life bond.
Wow, what a great experience here at the Nevada Humane Society. Hopefully you've seen in your hearts that you too can come here and rescue a cat or a dog. Would love to go home with you. And if you're looking for some companionship, come on down, look at adopting, and if you want to help out, they sure can use your help. And the only thing we're missing is you.
Thank you, George. That does warm my heart. Speaking of hearts, heart disease is the leading cause of death here in the United States. And our friends at Intermountain Healthcare, they want to remind us all of the importance of staying active, continuing to have regular checkups, and addressing medical concerns, especially during the pandemic. Have a look.
Activity and eating well really makes such a difference, because actually, if you want to look at numbers, and we talk about numbers a lot, 70% of chronic disease is because of lifestyle issues. So if we can stay active, not be sedentary, if we can try to eat real food, not processed food, not always, again, fast food, but those things make such a difference in our lifelong cardiovascular heart health. Of course, bad habits, smoking, for example, when you come to a cardiologist, if I don't tell you you shouldn't smoke, I'm not doing my job, okay? So in large part, when you look at lifestyle things, no smoking, blood pressure control, regular checkups, making sure that you're kind of minding the store a little bit, those are all key pieces. Our symptoms basically of what is heart discomfort, and we choose that word instead of pain, because a lot of times it's a heaviness, a tightness, a pressure sensation. It's not always just this crushing chest pain like you see sometimes on TV. It can be up in the neck or the jaw. It can be in the arms. And then there's also the associated feeling of you can't quite get your breath. It just can't catch that breath. Those are symptoms that tend to point towards something that maybe that heart is not getting enough blood flow, is not working at its usual capacity, and is being affected by something. Our My Generation population frequently comes to see us And it's not just because they have a symptom or they have a heart problem, but sometimes that's also because maybe they have things that could lead to that. And so ultimately, again, our My Generation in cardiology is truly a collaboration and a cooperative model of care. And we're real focused on the fact to keep them well and to keep them away from the hospital. Across the country, as we've now sort of tried to find our way through COVID, people that have had symptoms, that are heart symptoms, also haven't come to the emergency room. They've come late. They've come after they've had their heart attack. They're in trouble by the time they get there. So the real message is, please don't wait. Don't sit at home with that chest discomfort, feeling really horrible. Call 911. Do things so that you get help, and you get help now.
Still to come on Aging and Awesome, a lucky contestant is aboard my cab, brought to you by our friends at Senior Care Plus. Stay right there. Aging and Awesome will be right back after this short break. Spanning Northwest Nevada, the independent, assisted, and memory care communities of Fernley Estates, Mountain Lake Estates, Summit Estates, and Carson Valley Senior Living. Caring people, serving people, improving lives. Take a tour of these fantastic communities today. Looking for a fun way to connect with others by phone or online? Join the Nest Collaborative. Volunteers provide free one-to-one and small group social opportunities and technology assistance for older adults. Call 682-8641 to get connected.
If this was your style back in the day, it may be time for you to get a colonoscopy. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and Gastroenterology Consultants wants to remind you to get screened. Call us today to set up an appointment.
Eden Home Health is Northern Nevada's highest rated home health for quality of patient care. You have a choice. Ask your doctor for the best in-home health care, Eden Home Health. And Eden Hospice. The personalized care team at Eden Hospice is dedicated to focusing on your loved one's quality of life during a difficult time. Eden Hospice's mission is to ensure dignity for every patient. Find out how Eden Hospice can help your family by calling 841-6123.
Hi folks, Ron Ford for Sierra Air. Do you know the most important factor in the lifespan of a new furnace and air conditioner is the quality of the installation? That's why at Sierra Air we take pride in our award-winning team of install experts. They get the job done right every time. We also provide a comfort promise, 100% money-back guarantee, and the best warranty program in the industry. To learn more, give us a call or visit sierraair.com.
Perfect indoor weather, Sierra Air.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
If you're 64 or 65 and newly eligible for Medicare, you only have a few months to enroll, or you may incur a late enrollment penalty. By understanding Medicare now, you'll have time to get a full picture of the choices that are right for you. Join experts from Senior Care Plus for a free ABCs of Medicare seminar to learn about Medicare and the options available to you. Sign up at seniorcareplus.com or call 775-982-3158 today.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Welcome to Kai's Cab. Today, folks, we have a very special, wonderful, near and dear to my heart contestant in the cab today. It's Mary, a Senior Care Plus member. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Kai.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Well, I am so glad that you're here because this is a big part of our show, a fun part of our show, and you seem spunky and ready to go.
Well, I'll do my best.
Do you like trivia?
I love trivia.
You're in the right place today, Mary. Get 3 out of 4 questions right, and you are a winner of, guess what we're giving away today?
I don't know.
A Roku streaming player to Kai's Cab contestants. We're stepping it up a notch, people.
Oh boy, I've always wanted one.
Wow, good. I'm glad you always wanted one. Well, you couldn't win, and then you're gonna have to download our app. Deal?
Okay, deal.
First things first. Let's get these 3 out of 4 questions right. Mary, here's your first question. In which of the 4 major U.S. pro sports leagues can you get penalties for high stickling and butt ending? Is it A, football, B, soccer, C, baseball, or D, the NHL?
The NHL.
The NHL without skipping a beat. You like hockey?
I like watching, not playing.
Well, I assumed that. Okay, Mary, good job. There's your first question. Let's go on to question number 2.
Okay.
The main campus of Clemson University is located in which U.S. state? Is it A, North Carolina, B, South Carolina, C, Florida, or D, Maine?
North Carolina.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
South Carolina, Clemson University. I tricked you. I got her. Good, that's okay. You can get one wrong, Mary, so you're still alive. You just got to get the next two correct, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 3. Simone Biles and Gabby Douglas won gold medals for Team USA in what summer Olympic sport?
Gymnastics.
Oh, gymnastics, that's right. Wow, I didn't have to give the options. Gotta love those questions, right?
Right.
Okay, 4th and final question, Mary. Here it is. According to its jingle, what candy bar should you have if you feel like a nut? Is it A, Almond Joy, B, Snickers, C, Twix, or D, Butterfinger?
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy, do you feel like a nut?
I do.
You're a smart one. Mary, congratulations. You are a winner of today's cab. How do you feel?
I feel lucky.
Are you ready to watch some Aging and Awesome on your Roku player?
As soon as I get it.
Well, you were so fantastic. Thanks for playing. Have a great day, okay?
Okay,
Mwah.
thanks.
Next week on Aging and Awesome, a local businessman has come up with a way to help society's older and younger generations come together by helping each other. He's creating a new connection between them that's based on an old concept of pen pals. Remember, you can watch anytime and anywhere on your Roku, Amazon, or Apple connected TV devices. Just search Aging and Awesome to download our app.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for watching Aging and Awesome. Our challenge for you this week:
Caregiving. It's one of the toughest jobs that most of us will ever have. And when it comes to our loved ones, we take the job very seriously. How can you find ways to make sure that you're taking care of yourself? Well, reach out to the Community Foundation for some ideas, or go to our website, agingandawesome.com. And remember, you are not alone. So, you want to win a Roku streaming player for your TV? Well, we're giving them away. Head to our website, agingandawesome.com. Click on the subscribe to our newsletter link, and then you can get weekly updates on exactly what's coming up on the show and other ways to stay aging and awesome. Each month, we'll be giving one lucky subscriber a brand new Roku streaming player.
And believe it or not, it takes an army of people to make this TV show happen each week. And trust me, it would be impossible without community stakeholders who are worthy of your patronage as they better the lives of seniors and their families every day by what they do for older Nevadans. A big thank you to Senior Care Plus,
Eden Home Health and Hospice,
the Better Business Bureau,
Marsha Rambeau with Realty One Group Eminence,
Morningstar Senior Living of Sparks,
Your Insurance Agency,
Michelson and Associates,
Infinity Hospice Care,
Intermountain Healthcare,
Sierra Air,
Mountain Lakes Estates, Fernley Estates, Summit Estates, and Carson Valley Senior Living,
The Nest Collaborative,
GI Consultants,
and Lakeside Manor. See you next week. Bye.
1, 2, 3, listen.